Okay, welcome to Versus. This time we're talking about Batman versus Superman. Who would win? All right, what do you think?
Straight up, who's gonna win?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the winner is going to be Batman.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I love Batman. I think he's the best. Batman versus Superman. Unfortunately, I'd have to go with Superman.
I don't know why you go with Superman.
I really don't think there's any reason Superman wouldn't win unless under a very specific set of circumstances.
This is not an original thought, but I'm gonna say straight up. First of all, let's clarify this a little bit, okay? So we have Superman versus Batman.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't decided a setting. We haven't decided any context for these rules.
Yep.
But in terms of names, Batman can still be Batman, but from now on, we have to call Superman by his true name, which is Super Alien, because he's not a man.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Good.
Still be gender.
He still is an alien.
He's still a,
Super
He's not even
male.
human.
he's a male.
Super male?
Super male.
Is he male? He's male? He's male? He's male, right?
He's male.
I've never seen...
He has a kid.
His gender identity, I believe,
Supergirl
is
is a
male.
girl.
Yeah.
But that being said, his sex, I'm not so sure. His gender is male for sure. Pretty sure.
Okay. I think it's safe to say he's male. If you want to define man as
I
just
think
human,
so.
then
Sure.
then
Okay.
sure.
Sure. But he is an alien and he's not a human.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So what? I guess there are certain circumstances, I suppose, where you're voting on Batman because I'm sure if they just showed up in a boxing ring.
Okay, well,
Impromptu,
Yes,
Superman's
that's
gonna
what I mean.
mop the floor
Obviously,
with him.
that's why we have to clarify, because you have to be very specific in a case like this. You have two fictional characters who obviously are entirely different power levels. Even though Batman is, to be fair, pretty amazing. He's still only human, and Superman can destroy the universe with a punch. So how do you compare these two people? The first thing we should do before we say anything else is I think we need to decide on context for the combat. And if you don't decide on a context, then it's very difficult to really make a fair deduction of who do you think would win.
Okay, so here we go.
Okay.
Batman and Superman are going to meet on this remote island
Which remote
somewhere in the
island?
world.
Is it on Earth?
Yes.
Not
So,
going to be on an alien
Yeah.
land?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So Yellow Sun.
they're gonna meet in Hawaii. They're gonna meet on Hawaii in 2 weeks' time and duke it out. And we can assume, we'll just assume for the sake of argument, they are motivated enough for whatever reason to beat the other one to death.
Okay, let's just clarify this. So they both know that they have 2 weeks to prepare?
Yes.
Okay, so that means Batman knew that this context was going to happen before it came out. So
Yeah.
he's been
Yes.
preparing for a few years before he even knew Superman would know.
Fair enough.
And that means Superman has had the ability to then eavesdrop on Batman for those 2 weeks because he can hear anything on the entire planet at any time. And Batman knew that Superman could do that, so Batman's been feeding him misinformation for those 2 weeks.
Yeah, but
Sure.
Superman's not going to be listening anyway. He's
But-
arrogant enough that Superman is not Batman. He doesn't plan 10 steps ahead. He's going to show up and just maybe X-ray and look for kryptonite. If
So-
he doesn't see kryptonite, he's going to think he's good to go.
So I think we've decided our fight already because we already know that it's a contest that they set up and Batman knows in advance Batman is going to win.
But really, he only has 2 weeks.
Yeah, but he has 2 years in advance. He knew this contest was going to happen, right? Come on, he's Batman.
He's already prepared. He has kryptonite stored away.
That's right.
Okay,
He
so
has-
how would
he has
how-
time to get it.
So you think he
That's-
would win in that circumstance? How would it go down?
Very simple. I think Superman has entrusted Batman with one of the only things to defeat him. Superman gave Batman kryptonite. He knows he has access to kryptonite. He knows that that's his only weakness, and that is truly Batman's only chance. Because Superman outclasses him in every other possible way in a fight. It's not even remotely close, because Superman is stupid. He's a stupid character who has so much power, it doesn't even matter, right? He can defeat Darkseid. I mean, he can defeat... Basically, Darkseid is a god. So really, he is silly, stupid, strong.
But that's why we're betting on him.
Which is good,
even-
unless you're betting against Batman. You never bet against Batman when Batman has time to prepare, and he has the one thing that's going to defeat you, and you gave it to him.
He could show up in a lead suit and just heat ray Batman.
And
from a
Batman
distance.
knows that he's going to show up in a lead suit and has a solution to it. Batman knows. This is the thing, guys. Batman knows. He's got a plan, and he's already planned ahead And he knows what Superman's going to do because that's his thing.
But is he that strong? Like, I might know Mike Tyson is going to go boom to my side, boom uppercut to knock me out.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that I now have a chance against Mike Tyson. Like, he's still going to mouth the floor me, even though I know that's his combo.
But to be fair, you are not Batman. So Batman knows, right? So he's going to have some kryptonite. He may have even layered it somewhere, or sprayed it in a powder or powderizer. He's got a floor plan. He's got it. So Superman shows up and he can't detect it because it's in remote levels, and Batman knows how much he can detect based on what time of day it is. And he's going to have some plan there, and he's going to slowly feed it into him or leech it into him, or he's going to pull out his, bat cuffs. I don't know what he's going to do. He's going to have something.
So it's Adam West Batman, I guess.
It might
He'll
be.
have
He
the
might
anti-Superman
he's gonna
spray
have a shark spray,
on-
and he's going to have a Superman spray. They're right next to each other because they're both alphabetical in order.
Yeah.
So there's nothing comes after H and goes before you.
Are
So
you convinced, Jay?
So okay, I gotta preface this with something. We're right now. I'm based on the assumption that neither of them have outside help.
Yes.
If-
Batman can't contact Green Arrow or get other Justice League members to help him with his...
So he has to use his bat robots.
So if that's the case and he cannot get outside help, I think the best outcome that Batman can hope for is a draw where Superman kills Batman, but Batman also kills Superman.
Oh, that's a given. If I am wrong, which I don't think I am, and if I am, it's going to end in at least a stalemate where neither of them dies, but they both realize that they both lost, and instead of both losing and dying, they decide, hey, how about what's better? We both lose and neither of us die, which is most likely the situation you're proposing, or it's going to win with Batman winning.
If Superman could fly or move faster than a speeding bullet,
Oh, he can.
and
He can turn back time.
I don't know.
No, he can't do that time. We're not
No.
talking weird 60s Superman.
Okay, fair enough.
That makes no sense.
Otherwise, he would just terminate him Skynet style.
I'm pretty sure it makes sense.
All it's gonna do is spin the Earth backwards, and
Earth.
time is gonna keep going.
I'm gonna say, for the sake of the argument, he can't turn back time.
Okay, that sounds like a good, fair thing to lay out.
Yeah.
So I said 2 weeks specifically
Yes.
because I think if I make that 6 months or 2 years, I think what's going to happen is arrogant Superman is going to show up, and then Batman's going to flip a switch, and the whole island becomes a red sun kryptonite like island that was like under lead or something, and it just flips around, and then he wins. But in 2 weeks, like anything short of being able to prepare something like that, I just think Superman's going to win. I think Batman's foreknowledge is just going to be, I know that I have no chance and I'm going to lose. That's what his foreknowledge is going to be. For the same reason, if you can just fly faster than a speeding bullet and just like punch your head and explode, it's going to happen before you can even flip that switch, or get your gun out, or like activate your kryptonite gas,
But,
or
like,
raise your kryptonite spear.
Yeah, I still can't see him winning against someone moving faster than a speeding bullet. He can't block bullets or dodge bullets. He's not Neo. If Superman just comes straight out, flies straight at him, and just punches through him, there's not a whole lot he could do to stop it. That said, he probably has some things where after he dies, it could release some sort of kryptonite and it would poison Superman and eventually kill him.
You have a monitor where
that's
once
kind
his
of
pulse stops, the whole body explodes.
I think so for you, the clincher is the 2 weeks. If it was 4 weeks, it may be a different story.
okay. So the only way I would say that Batman would be able to win flat out
Yeah.
is if he was able to enlist outside help and got someone who could use magic.
Okay.
If
That
he
does
had
change things.
Zatanna or John Constantine,
Yeah.
they could cast some sort of spell and it would, maybe level the playing field just because Superman is weak against magic.
Then you just pummel him to death with kryptonite,
Yeah,
like Knuckles.
sort of something like that. So otherwise, Superman is just too fast. Like Batman would not be able to stop him. He would die, but he might be able to kill Superman in the process. So
All right, so two for Superman, 1 for Batman. That means Superman wins. That's how it works. We're not wrong. Thanks for joining us.
Great.